Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Peekskill Recreation Men's Softball, brought to you by Continental Cablevision. I'm Joe DeChristopher, and with me is Tony Viola. We're here tonight at the Depew Park in Peekskill for a game between MC Builders and Boyle Contracting. Game's about ready to start. It's an interdivision game between Boyle and MC Builders, both teams vying for a playoff position and first place at the same time. Home team tonight is going to be Boyle Contracting. And we'll get the lineups here for you for MC Builders. Leading off and playing shortstop is Bobby Froats. Batting second and playing second is Chris Brunell. Batting third and catching is Temple Taylor. Batting fourth and playing left field, Mike Mayu. Batting fifth and playing third, Matty Sniffen. Batting sixth and playing right field, Ron Spooner. Batting seventh and EHing, Dave Ogden. Batting eighth and playing first base, Mark Crum. Batting ninth and playing left center, Tom Barden. And batting 10th and playing right center field, Kevin Zimmerman. Pitching tonight for Boyle Contracting is Bill Gallagher. His catcher will be Gary Brennan. We're about ready to start. As we mentioned, it is a interdivision game. Both teams vying for the playoffs and for first place, along with Budget Video, who is also in the division with Boyle and MC Builders. MC Builders, we should mention, is a two-time defending champion of the Peekskill Recreation Men's Softball League. Tony, welcome to our broadcast.
Good afternoon. Dixie, how are you today?
Okay, all right. We're about ready to start.
Yeah, we got a good night for it.
Good night, sun is shining, which is be trouble for right fielders, and we'll mention that in a minute. Leading off for MC Builders is Bobby Frost, the shortstop. Billy Gallagher's first pitch is high for a ball. On deck is Chris Brunell, the second baseman. Gallagher's next pitch is in for a strike. Count goes to 1-1 to Bobby Frost, shortstop for MC Builders. Next pitch is grounded. Back at third, foul ball.
Let me mention at this time, Dix, behind the plate, we got Paul Gaspar, and serving as a base umpire is Kevin Smith.
Both very good umpires. I also play in this league, and Paul and Kevin, excellent umpires. Take control of the game, know the rules very well. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Froats is high for ball 2. Billy Gallagher has been pitching for a while, last 4 or 5 years. He's had a good year this year in all 3 leagues that Boyle plays in. 2-2 pitches high, and the count goes to full. Boyle has a good fastball, mixes it up with a changeup, gets very low to the ground, as you can see, as he throws. Here's the payoff pitch. Call strike 3 on Bobby Froats. Paul Gaspar punching him out. The ball looked like it might have been a little lower outside, but Paul calling strike 3. Bobby disagreeing with that call, but we have one out. Here in the top of the first, Billy Gallagher striking out the first batter. Batting second for MC Builders is going to be Chris Brunell, who also will play second base.
Looks like Billy got himself a little gift there.
It did look like it might have been a little low and outside, but we're out here in center field. We'll give Paul the benefit of a doubt on that call. Billy's not going to complain. He goes to 2-0 now to Chris Brunell. Here's a line drive to right center field. Stephen Gallagher playing in right center field. He's going to let the ball drop in front of him for a base hit for Chris Brunell. So we got one out, one on here in the top of the first. We're just underway. Peekskill Recreation Men's Softball, brought to you by Continental Cablevision. We have MC Builders versus Boyle Contracting. Top of the first inning. Now batting for MC Builders. We have Temple Taylor, but that's not Temple. We'll have to get a correction on that. Gallagher's first pitch is in for a strike. Call strike 2. Grounder back at first. It's Jerry Echeverria up at the plate. Not Temple Taylor, as we were told originally. Gallagher's pitch is a little low and outside. That's Jerry Echeverria at the plate. Chris Burnell on at first. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the first inning. MC Builders versus Boyle Contracting. Next pitch is fly, right field. Kevin Bristol battling the sun and the fence, backs up, can't handle it on the hill. The ball drops in. Burnell's going to hold up at second, and Echeverria was halfway between first and second. They might have been able to throw behind him, but the throw went into third. So Echeverria has a long double to right field. Burnell moves up to second, or long single to right field, rather. Burnell moves up to second, and there's 1 out.
You got a feel for Kevin Bristol on that play, Dixie. Out here in right field, that sun is straight in your eyes. We're located out here in right center, and that sun is brutal this afternoon. It's hard to pick up that ball in this kind of sunlight.
The batter now is Mike Mayhew, the cleanup hitter for MC Builders. Gallagher's first pitch is in for a strike. It is treacherous in right field. You look up directly as a right fielder, and you're looking directly into the sun. Plus, Kevin had to deal with the bank in right field and the new snow fence that was put up about halfway through the season this year. Looked like he was under the ball, but he started backing up the embankment and wasn't able to get underneath the ball.
Yeah, that snow fence, Dix, was put up for protection to the players because of this hill, and there's a few rocks on the other side of the fence. Everybody's been pleased with it so far.
It's worked out well.
Yeah, a few of those lefties really love it.
Nice for a left-handed hitter. Mike Mayhew, the batter. 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the first. Next pitch, popped up foul, back at third. Victor Gonzalez underneath it in foul territory, makes the catch, and holds Burnell at second base. Fine play by Vic Gonzalez, the shortstop, for 2 outs here in the top of the first inning.
Victor's very, very fast, Dixie. He can get under those balls behind third base very well. He called off his third baseman very well, very nice.
Easier play for the shortstop on that play than it is for third baseman George Gallagher. Victor plays a variety of positions for Boyle Contracting. First base, outfield, shortstop. Very versatile. Batter now is Matt Sniffen for MC Builders. Good power hitter, batting in the 5th slot. He's got 2 men on here with 2 outs in the top of the first inning. No score. Peekskill Recreation Men's Softball. Brought to you by Continental Cablevision. MC Builders versus Boyle Contracting. Gallagher's next pitch. Popped up. Right side. Coming in is Steve Gallagher going out. Richie Simmons, the second baseman. Richie makes the catch going back to retire to side.
Very nice play by Richie, looking up into that sun and running backwards at the same time to make that play.
Richie also battling the sun, but we have no runs on 2 hits and 2 batters left. And in the middle of the first inning, it's MC Builders nothing and Boyle Contracting coming to bat.
While we got a minute here, Dixie, I'd like to let everybody know about a few of the events and other leagues that we have that Peekskill Recreation Department puts out. We have, during the summer, we also have a Riverfront Sand Co-Educational Volleyball League. This is something new to this area, sandlot volleyball. It's gotten off to a tremendous start so far. We had our first games Tuesday night this week, and it's so far, the Peekskill has built a brand new sand court down at the Riverfront Green. I'll tell you, playing volleyball down there in the evening hours during the summertime, it is gorgeous.
Things become very popular recently. Sand volleyball. I know the regular volleyball league is popular here, but sand volleyball with some coverage on ESPN over the spring and summer has become very popular.
Yeah, volleyball is an up-and-coming sport. It in the last few years gained a lot of popularity. I'll mention that if anyone is interested in joining that volleyball league, we still have a few openings. We have 8 teams, but a couple of the teams are looking for a few extra players, so you can show up Tuesday or Thursday at 6:30 p.m. at the Riverfront Green.
Okay, we're ready to begin the bottom of the first inning. Kurt Camp pitching for MC Builders, and his first batter is Tommy Tompkins, who skies one to left center, and Tom Barden, the left center fielder, cuts in front of Mike Mayu to make the play for the first out. One pitch, one down for Kurt Camp. Tommy Tompkins flying out to left center field. That brings up Albert O'Toole. Albert playing left field tonight for MC Builders. We did mention that MC is a two-time defending champion, coached by Mark Crum. And Camp's first pitch to O'Toole is low and inside. Albert left-handed hitter. Next pitch is popped up on the infield. Shortstop Bobby Froat's going back. Short center field makes the catch. So two up and two down.
Looks like Boyle contracting may be a little tight up there, swinging the first couple pitches.
They're a very aggressive team. I play with them in another league, and they like to hit and they like to run the bases, and they also know they're on TV tonight. But they are a very young and aggressive team, and have been very successful the last couple of years. Now batting is Richie Simmons, who will be playing second base tonight for Boyle. Richie, right-handed batter, good power, especially to left field, center field, and good speed. There's a strike by Kurt Camp. Kurt, left-handed pitcher, moves the ball around, changes speeds well, has a little curve. There's a grounder, hard grounder, past Froat's it short into left field for a base hit for Simmons. Mayu getting the ball right in, throw back to first, but Simmons is back with a base hit. So Boyle has a man on with two outs here in the bottom of the first, and that brings up Derek Green. Derek playing left center tonight. 10 outfielders, or 10 fielders rather, in softball. Most teams will play with 4 outfielders. Once in a while you will see teams play with 3 outfielders and a 5th infielder, but both teams tonight opting for the 4 deep situation. First pitch of Derek Green is low for a ball. Derek, a left-handed hitter, also has good power and good speed. Most of the players that we'll talk about tonight on Boyle will say the same thing, good power and good speed. 2-0's the count to Derek. Camp's next pitch, outside.
Like you mentioned, Dixie, this combination of Simmons and Green tandem, they are very fast around the bases. Very aggressive on the base pass also.
Al O'Toole and George Gallagher sandwiched between them. Same combination. They are very, very aggressive base runners. Will make you throw the ball. We got 2 out, 1 on, bottom of the first inning. No score. Next pitch is line in the right field for a base hit. Jerry Echeverria up with it. His throw is going to go to third. And Simmons is in there, and Echeverria's throw is wild. Green will go to third. Simmons will score. And just as we mentioned how they make you throw the ball, we had a case of it right there. Simmons going to third on the hit. Echeverria opting to throw to third, throwing high over third baseman Matty Sniffin's head. Therefore, the ball going out of play, and Simmons scores. That is a typical Boyle contracting. Exactly. The speed, and Green now on third. George Gallagher, the third baseman, up now. Here's ball 1. Credit Green with a base hit, but no RBI. Simmons will score on the throwing error by Echeverria. 2-0 count to George Gallagher now. On deck is Vic Gonzalez, shortstop tonight for Boyle. Next pitch is low.
On that last pitch, Dixie, the catcher threw down to third. In our softball, you can throw behind the runner, and all you have to do is tag the base, not the runner, to force the runner and force it out.
Here's a force play. Here's a base hit to left field by Gallagher, and it gets over the head of Tom Barden in left field.
Bad bounce.
Gallagher's going to go for 3, and he's going to be standing up with a triple.
That hit one of the yard line markers out here,
which are looking very deep here. The yard lines
the grass could use a little cutting.
Yard lines are dug in very deep, and that ball hit right on the yard stripe and bounced over Tommy Barden's head. So we're going to give Gallagher a triple on that and an RBI, driving in Derek Green. And Boyle now leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Tommy, an excellent outfielder. He had that ball lined up the plate on the hop, but it just took the bad hop over his head. Gallagher easy going to third. Here's Vic Gonzalez playing short tonight. 2 out, runner on third, bottom of the first inning, and Boyle leads 2-0. Camp's next pitch is inside. Boyle hitting the ball hard, line drives. Here's another one, left field base hit. Gonzalez will drive in a run. So it's 3 consecutive hits now for Boyle, and they've got 3 runs in. 4 consecutive hits and 3 runs plated.
It's young Steve Gallagher at the plate now.
Stephen, one of 3 Gallagher brothers in the lineup tonight. Stephen playing right center. Here's a foul ball. Hit his bat twice. It's only 1 strike, though. At one time, there were 5 Gallagher brothers playing on this team. Peter and Todd also. Todd occasionally will play. Peter no longer living in the area. But when this team started out about 6 years ago, they were basically just out of high school, were adjusting from playing baseball to softball, and struggled for a year or 2, but have become one of the better teams in the area, playing in 3 different leagues and doing well in all 3 leagues. Got a runner on third, runner on first rather, Vic Gonzalez, Steve Gallagher at the plate, Kurt Camp on the mound for MC. Here's a grounder to short. Bobby Froats fields it, throws on the run, and he has his man at first. So that finally retires his side. But Boyle's going to score 3 runs at the end of the first inning. It's Boyle contracting 3, and MC Builders nothing.
While we have a minute here, Dixall, again, I'd like to mention Peekskill Parks and Recreation Department. Their Monday night children's specials coming up July 18th. Now this is at the Riverfront Greens. It's Riverfront Children's Specials. We have the Street Theater. It's a play called Turn Around the Tales. July 25th, you've got Stuffin's Puppets, puppet show. August 1st, Ralph Smith's a magic show. August 8th, John Clements, a storyteller. August 15th, Jonathan Geffner, a ventriloquist. And August 22nd, Walt Michael for family music. If you need any information about these events, you can dial Peekskill Parks and Recreation at 737-0093. All these performances start at 7 p.m.
Okay, a lot of entertainment going on down at the riverfront. A lot of entertainment up here at the Depew Park. Ball game almost every night of the week. Good way to spend a summer night. Come up and watch the ball game. We're about ready to start the top half of the second. Boyle hitting the ball hard in the first. Getting 3 runs off of Kurt Camp. Kurt Camp, if you remember, last year we televised the game, the championship game between MC Builders and Energy Systems. Kurt Camp, the winning pitcher in that ball game. Pitched very well. Okay, leading off here in the top of the second for MC Builders, Temple Taylor, the catcher. Temple pops one back at first, and it's going to be out of play. Tommy Tompkins, the first baseman, hustling after the ball, not able to get it. Ball was out of play anyway. You can see a shot over there. There are orange cones that run along the outside of the track, or the inside of the track actually, that constitute out of bounds territory. But ball is caught in that area. It's not an out. It's considered out of play.
That's a dead ball.
Dead ball area. 1 strike to Temple Taylor. Next pitch is fly to deep center. Going back to center fielder Derek Green. He's underneath it and has it for the first out.
You got a little underneath that ball.
They played Temple just right. You got to play him deep in center and right center. It's good power. And Derek, very good at center fielder, easily got under that one.
The wind's blowing across the field this time, gusting, swirling a little bit. Comes from left to right.
Okay, Dave Ogden now. The EH is up at bat. Here's a 1-ball pitch right to third baseman George Gallagher. Throws high over the head of Tom Tompkins, and Dave Ogden's going to go down to second on the error.
That ball going on into the dead ball area, giving him the extra 1 more base.
George had a nice hop on that, had plenty of time, and rushed his throw a little bit and threw high to Tommy Tompkins at first. allowing Logan to go to second. So he'll be on second with 1 out here in the top of the second inning. And now batting for MC is going to be Ron Reynolds, I believe. Ron Spooner. Ron Reynolds, formerly with the Mets. Ronnie Spooner, first baseman for MC Builders. Runner on second, 1 out. Ronnie, left-handed batter, takes a call strike. Top of the second inning, Boyle leading 3-0. Gallagher's next pitch, taken on the outside corner for a strike. Next pitch pulled over to second, bobbled by Simmons, and he'll not have a play. Logan's going to try and score. Here comes the throw, and he's there. And Spooner goes to second. A bad throw from the catcher, and the ball gets by the outfielder. Spooner may circle the bases. He's going to score on a ground ball to second base. Now, let's try to run that one back. With the runner on second, Spooner grounded it to Simmons at second. He gloved the ball, but it got by him. On the play, Logan, who was on second, attempted to go home. Simmons threw home. Logan beating the throw. On that throw, Spooner going down to second. Catcher Gary Brennan's throw to second went into center field and eluded right center fielder Stephen Gallagher. So on a ground ball to second, Ron Spooner has scored, as has Dave Logan, and the score is now 3-2.
That's quite typical of this Boyle team, as you mentioned before, Dixie. They are young and tend to make a few errors when playing aggressively, trying to throw and make those outs.
Batter now is Tom Barden for MC Builders. So they've got a run here, 2 runs without the benefit of a hit. Here's a grounder to first, and that's going to go into right field for base hit for Barden. He's on with a single.
Nice try by Richie Simmons there, diving for the ball.
Well, just getting between Richie at second and Tommy Tompkins at first. So with 1 out, Barden is on first. And the batter's going to be Kevin Zimmerman. Kevin playing right field tonight.
Off of the glove of Gallagher. Caught by Richie Simmons, makes the tag on the advancing runner to second for an out.
Nice play by Richie. Picked that ball up off the glove of Gallagher and making the tag to get the second out. Zimmerman will go to first. And the batter now is pitcher Kurt Camp. 2 outs, runner on first. Boyle leads 3-2 here in the top of the second inning. First pitch to Kurt was a ball. Next pitch, grounded to second. Simmons has it easily, tosses to Tompkins for the 3rd out of the inning. So, MC is going to score 2 runs with only 1 hit. And in the middle of the second inning, the score is Boyle Contracting 3 and MC Builders 2. Tony, let's just speak a moment about your role in the league and the role that the recreation department plays and has played in the men's and women's softball league, for that matter, this summer.
Well, Dix, I was contracted this year by the Peekskill Parks and Recreation as kind of a commissioner, shall we say. Help in the definition of setting up the rules and the scheduling of the teams, enforcement of the rules, which has come about time to time.
I bet.
And just generally answering all the questions that come up from day to day, rescheduling rainouts, and keeping the stats. Stats being the games, we don't, in this league, we don't keep such things as batting averages and such. The individual teams do.
You can bet that each individual team keeps stats on their own players, or the players keep stats on themselves, that's for sure.
Yeah, I love some of those batting averages.
Yeah. The league in about its 10th year and really has progressed and become more competitive each year, especially the last 3 or 4 years, where teams like MC Builders have come in from Yorktown, and a team or two from Cortland. Really has helped to improve the league and make it very competitive.
That's Billy Gallagher up to the plate now. Hits one to center field. Echeverria makes the catch. So that's one down here in the bottom of the second.
Kevin Bristol now coming up for Boyle Contracting. They lead 3-2, bottom of the second. Peekskill Recreation Men's Softball, brought to you by Continental Cablevision.
And Kevin takes a ball low. Kevin, a big boy, mostly noted for his swimming ability. He fouls one off behind first base, but it's going to be out of reach there. Kevin was known a few years ago for quite his swimming prowess. He's now turned to softball.
As most of us do.
I'm on into golf now.
Yeah, not to that
we
point
moved
yet.
from softball even more forward. And here's the pitch to Kevin. He grounds it to the shortstop. Long throw, and he makes it. So we got 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Fine play by Bobby Frost. I played American Legion ball with Bobby back in high school, and Bobby pitched, played short, switch hit, a little bit of everything. Fine ball player. Gary Brennan, the hitter, and he drives one deep to left, but foul and out of play.
Good wood on that ball from Gary.
Gary
He got
catching
everything
tonight.
behind it. Just turned a little bit. And now we're going to have Kurt camp up the pitch, and the pitch is low. He singles one out to right over the shortstop's head for a base hit. As we were saying before, as far as Boyle contract being aggressive, MC Builders, they've been around. They've played a few games in their day. They're sneaky, very sneaky. They'll throw behind the runner when they suspect the runner's not looking, trying to pick him off.
They've been together for a long time, too. They've played about 10 years together, and as we said, it's a 2-time defending champion of this league, and on only their 3rd year.
Tough play there by the shortstop, but he pulled the ball down, possibly stopping that runner from advancing to third. That was Tommy Tompkins, hit that ball. So we got 2 men on here with 2 outs here. And up is...
Al 0-2.
Oh, wow. Sun's directly in our eyes out here where we're located in right center.
Albert batting lefty.
Foul ball. Foul ball. That one was close, over the bag, but hitting in foul territory. Or I shouldn't say over the bag. Wasn't over the bag. Behind the bag. So Boyle's threatening here, mildly threatening. O'Toole fouls one directly back off of Spar's face mask. Probably the best place in the world to hit him is in that face mask.
Don't turn your